Hello everyone, it is I, MikeV. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Well, it's the summer. You know what that means, vacation time. People planning to head on to their trips. And some of you guys might be heading over to the casino, maybe Vegas. So in this video, I'm going to bring you a general step-by-step guide to help new or infrequent casino players properly plan and budget for a casino trip. Let's get started. Hey everyone, it is I, MikeV. Welcome to my club. Come on in, make yourself at home. I hope I can help you learn something new as we continue on our adventure through life. Let's draw inspiration to guide us into taking action, to go on, and to make it happen. For those of you who are brand new to my channel, I am a poker player and casino gambling enthusiast. I have done tutorial videos on nearly every casino game out there here on YouTube, and I run a free to join online poker club. If this is something you guys are interested in and want to be a part of our amazing group, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I definitely appreciate it. But let's go ahead and get started here with the video. So preparing your casino gambling trip. So I've done this video because I want to make sure you guys understand that casino gambling is an entertainment expense, just like any other forms of entertainment out there. You should not treat gambling as a way to make ends meet, and it is important to budget for this type of activity if you're going to be doing it. So whether it is a day trip to the casino or as much as a week-long stay in a major resort city like Las Vegas, for example, you want to make sure you budget appropriately so you only spend what you plan on bringing. All right, so let's go ahead. I have a list here in front of me that I'm going to refer to and read out to you guys. So it is best that you follow this in order, but you can make adjustments as needed. So some of this is going to be pretty obvious to you guys, but it's definitely important that I mention it anyway. So the first step here is to select the location, hotel, and casino you want to go to. So are you going to spend just a single day at your local tribal casino? Or are you going to be spending a couple days in Atlantic City? Or are you going to spend nearly a week in Vegas? You know, those are some examples right there. Make that decision right there. Look for the hotel and book your accommodations. One thing I forgot to mention as well is for the gambling budget, you want to segregate your gambling budget from all other expenses. So expenses for your lodging, your food, or other forms of entertainment. You want to segregate that gambling budget from all those other expenses. So in this video, we're specifically talking only about the gambling budget. All right. So you selected your location. Let's say you're heading to Vegas. You're going to be staying on the Strip, for example. So the next thing is to make a list of which casino games you want to play before you arrive. So whether it's table games, slots, video poker, etc. If it's a table game, is it going to be blackjack? Is it going to be roulette, etc.? If it's slots, what type of slot machine? Is it going to be Dragon League, Huff and More Puff, Top Dollar, whatever it may be. So you want to make a list of the games that you want to play because that's going to be important for deciding on your budget for each of those games, which we'll get to in a moment. So the third step here is to learn the games you plan on playing. This is important. You don't want to just sit down on a game and play and not have a clue what you're doing. So if you're playing a table game, for example, learn the basic strategy for blackjack. If you're playing video poker, learn this optimal strategy for the video poker variant that you're playing. Even if you're playing slots, make sure you understand the rules for that game so that you don't miss out on important features. Like you want to make sure you're betting max on Top Dollar if you want to get the Top Dollar bonus, among other examples. So yeah, learn the games that you want to play. So the next step is to decide how much you want to bring for your gambling trip. So if and this is subjective. There's no right or wrong answer here. Some people say you need to bring a lot more because certain amounts are not enough. Others are perfectly fine with very small budgets. So there's no wrong answer to this one on how much you want to bring. The only thing that matters is that you stick to it. So you don't say, I'm going to just spend $100 today, and then you lose quickly, and then you start digging for more money. So yeah, so decide the amount for the entire trip to start off with, and then later on the line you'll see that you'll be working on how to divide that budget per day or per session, etc. And yeah, that leads me to the next step, which is set your budget for each day and each game or session, and make sure to have a plan for when you win. Okay, so let's say you're heading to Vegas for 5 days, and you have $1,000 for the entire gambling budget, for example, and you can divide it evenly to $200 per day. So now, so you have $200 for day one. How do you want to spend it? You want to spend it on, if you're a slot player, you want to play $40 across 5 machines, $20 across 10. You got to decide on that. And then make sure to have a plan for when you win, because you're gonna have a lucky session every now and then. Every game has some degree of volatility, and you want to be prepared for if you win. Like, maybe you say double or nothing. You put in 20, you double it to 40, and say, okay, that's going to be my stop loss. I'll cash out at 40. Have a plan for when you win, so you can at least take some of your winnings home, and so you don't put it all back in. So yeah, so set your budget for each game and session. Have a plan for that, and also have a plan on deciding how when to cash out if you have a winning session. Like I said, double or nothing is an example, but you might go more or less depending on the type of game you're playing and what your goals and desires are for that particular purpose. So yeah, that is so that's that step right there, is to set your budget and have a plan for when you win. Next step I put here, oh yeah, segregate your gambling budget for your trip expenses. I already mentioned that early on. So yeah, don't dip into your expenses for paying the hotel room or your food expenses to gamble in. Keep everything separate. So self-explanatory there. Next step, avoid getting cash at the casino ATM in order to add to your budget. All right, so some people may have different opinions on this, but I don't recommend using the ATM machine at the casino for a couple of reasons. And personally, I have not used an ATM specifically in the casino since 14 years ago, I think was the last time, to my knowledge, right when I was 21, believe it or not. And the first obvious reason, of course, is that the ATM fees are quite high. But the second reason is because of habit. If you're getting money from the ATM, you're very likely, most people who do so are doing so because they lost and they need to get more money to continue gambling. That is a bad idea. So that's telling me that you're overspending your gambling budget. Now, there are some people, I have gotten a comment in the comment section on one of my videos, the one about ATMs in the casinos, about, but I don't want to carry that much cash, Well, if you're going to Vegas, Vegas people it's a cash-based city. It's quite common for people to carry large sums of cash there. I wouldn't worry personally. It's pretty secure, despite what you might see on the news, for example. I have had no problems carrying, a couple thousand, It depends on your budget and what your goals are. But I mean, if you're really disciplined and you can, and you can eat the fees, I mean, then sure, you can go ahead and schedule accordingly. But the ATM withdrawals, but it just doesn't appeal to me personally. And if you're going to be using the cash specifically for non-gambling expenses, you could just use your credit or debit card directly, for those purposes, for those non-gambling purposes. So yeah, I don't recommend using the ATM at the casino. I would avoid it, especially when it comes to adding to your budget, because you already have a plan. And now you're breaking your own plan. So that's bad. That's no. So yeah, avoid the ATM. All right, so now we get to the point where we arrive at the casino. All right, so once you arrive, check into your room right away. Go to your room, rest if needed. That's assuming you're actually staying for multiple days at your property. If you're just doing a day trip, you can skip this step. So you don't want to go start playing right away. Just especially if it's been a long drive or a long flight to get there. You know, go to your room, rest a bit. You know, and anticipate having fun, of course, later on that evening, for example. But you want it gives you time to reflect, think, all that stuff before we get to the next part. Which is the next part is then to immediately tour the casino. So once you're ready to play, tour the casino. Find out where your games are located. And of course, don't forget to get a player's card. So those are the next steps here. So probably get your player's club card is the next thing after that. Once you're checked into your room, you rested a bit. Because obviously, if you're going to be playing anyway, might as well get those free points that you get when you play. And of course, you'll get future offers in the mail or in your email later on after your trip is over, which you may or may not decide to take it to use if depending on your needs. So yeah, after you get your players club, tour the casino, look to see where the games that you want to play are. You don't want to, so that you can then you can do your plan accordingly. Plan your budget, plan the game you want to play, and so you don't, so you're not distracted by, oh, let me play this, let me play that. You don't want to deviate from your plan. Know where your games are located so you can then just move on. The casino environment is there to try to get you to distract you to play, to do something that you didn't plan on doing. That's why they give the free alcohol in Nevada, for example. So yeah, tour the casino so you know where everything is, and where the games that you want to play, where your slots are, or if you're playing blackjack, where the table games are, etc. What the minimum bets for those games are, for example. All right, so that's the next thing. Then after that, it's just simply follow your plan and do not deviate. Separate each day's budget. You can use an envelope or a lockbox or different folders in your wallet. Try to find a way to separate each day's budget. And once you're at zero for that session or for that day, then it's over. So let's say you want to play $100 on double bonus video poker, for example. And your goal is double or nothing for that session, and you get down to zero. You're done. Stand up, walk away, take a break. That's definitely recommended. And then move on to the next session, an hour or so later. Or if that's your last session for the day and you're done and your budget for the day is done, that's it for the day. Go find something else to do to entertain you. Go back to your room or go have dinner or whatever, or watch a show. I don't know. So there you go. So that's pretty much the last item on the list here is follow your plan and do not deviate. All right then, and then I got a couple of bonus tips before we finish off here. So bonus tip number 1, definitely a recommendation, is to go with a buddy. So a friend or a family member. Have them with you to compete with or to cheer each other on. So make things a little bit more interesting. I mean, personally, it's not really fun to just go to the casino solo. I mean, unless you're going there for a specific purpose, like a poker tournament, that would be my reason. I mean, the only time I ever recall myself being alone at the casino without anybody else, a family member or a friend, is because I'm playing in the poker room because I don't have anybody else for that, and I have a specific goal, and poker is a game I enjoy. So, and I'm with people in the poker room anyway, so it's like that's one exception right there for me personally. But if you're playing anything else, especially slots, go with a buddy, go with a friend, go with a family member. do a challenge, take turns playing, so that, you don't lose, you're not playing at the same time and losing twice as fast, so one person plays their machine, and then once they're done, you play yours, etc. So figure something out, make it fun, So going with a buddy is definitely something you should do if you're going to be uh, going on a casino trip. And the last tip, second bonus tip that I have here, of course, is to have fun. Gambling should always be treated as entertainment. Don't chase losses and enjoy your trip. So that is pretty much it. Those are the step-by-step guides that I have here for preparing for your Vegas casino gambling trip, or your casino trip to whatever casino around the country that you're going to. So yeah, if you have any further questions, if you want me to go into further details, or if you have a question on a specific step here that I mentioned that you want to see described in more detail in a future video, please leave it in the comments. I definitely appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video and you haven't done so yet, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Much appreciated. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Share this video with others and ring the bell to be notified once I release a brand new video. Until then, best of luck on your next casino visit, and I'll see you for the next video. Take care and go make it happen.